Good morning, peepsy doodles. So obviously I am on the road today. Actually I'm heading to the witchy shop again. I found one that is like 20 minutes from my house as opposed to an hour and a half. So I went yesterday and took Kevin and Aria, and she was really good and she loved all the stuff that was hanging all over, but she got tired, so I didn't get to stay and hang out and peruse as long as I wanted. So I'm kind of heading there childless today. I'm gonna pick up my mom and she's gonna go with me, but I actually wanted to talk to you guys about something that was kind of brought to my attention yesterday, and it is my mission to do as much research and find out as much as I can now. So, and I kind of posted this on Facebook this morning. I absolutely love when you ask for something from the universe and the series of events that occurs to lead you to the answer is just, it's incredible every single time, and it amazes me every single time. So I think I had told you guys in my last video, that Kevin and I had been talking quite a bit about spirituality, and him and I had a really long conversation about it. So the next day, I was talking to my guides in the morning, like I do every single morning I go to work, and I just kind of told them to help me out. I was like, there's something that I'm missing, there's something that I'm searching for, there's just something that I need in my life as far as spirituality goes, and I can't find it, and it's driving me up the fucking wall. And so if they could just kind of give me some kind of a sign, some kind of something to kind of help me out, because I don't know what it is I'm looking for. There's something, and it's driving me crazy that I don't know what it is. Sorry, I know I'm kind of cockeyed, but this is more of a hey, you're listening to me video as opposed to watching me. So a couple days went by, and I had told Kevin for the longest time that I really wanted to go and check out this shop, and so we decided we were going to go check out this shop this weekend. So we went yesterday, and we get there, and I'm kind of perusing through the books because it's a new place, so you have to try to look over every single little nook and cranny, and I didn't have time to do it, hence going back today. Hold on, you're gonna fall over. Super sharp corner, sorry. Let's see if I can get you back there. So I'm kind of looking through everything, and I get to, they have a parenting children section, which is really cool because I've never seen a parenting and children section in a metaphysical shop before. So I'm kind of looking through that, and I've come across this section on Indigo Children. Now, I had heard of the term Indigo Children before, but I've never actually done much research on it. I didn't know. All I kind of knew was that it was basically, what I thought is that it was basically like a psychic child. Sorry, I'm trying to maneuver you and it's not working. It's kind of like helping to raise a psychic child is kind of what I thought an indigo child was. And so I kind of picked up a book and was kind of perusing through it a little bit, and I was reading some of the things on how to tell if your baby might be an indigo child, and I'm like, this is actually super interesting. It's something I kind of want to look into a little bit more, because I just kept coming back to the section of the books with the Indigo Children, and I'm like, I'm thinking, hey, maybe this is the universe telling me I need to look into this for Aria. I don't know. I didn't know anything about it, so we leave. I leave with a couple packs of incense and call it good. Get home, and we're gonna take a nap because Aria is going down for a long nap, and I am just intrigued. And so him and I are kind of eating something before we take a nap, and I said, hey, because we have the TV on, we got YouTube going, and I said, let's look up something on Indigo Children and see, because they have like Indigo Children tests everywhere, and they're basically like little questions, and if you answer yes to the majority of them, you may be an Indigo child. So we come across this one, and I'm like, okay, click on this one. And it's talking about Indigo Children and Indigo adults, which Indigo adults are also called Indigo Children. I just thought that it was literally just kids, but it's not. It's also like it's a whole life cycle thing. So I start listening to it, and you know, once again listening to it for my daughter, who was only 7 months old. It's not like, you know, but it was just something that was really intriguing to me. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, oh my God, there was like 25 different traits that this guy had said. And he said, you know, some people, you know, as a human being, you will resonate with some of these, but an actual Indigo child has the majority, if not all, of these traits. And so I'm like, oh my God. And Kevin looks at me, and he's like, literally every single one of those is you. And I'm like, I know. So then I'm just like, something clicks. So I'm watching more videos. And of course I can't sleep, because now I'm super excited about what does this mean? What is an Indigo child? What does it mean for life? Like, what is it? Sorry. So basically the whole reason that they call it an Indigo child is that indigo is the color of your aura a lot of times. Indigo meaning spirituality, having to do with your third eye. And so it actually clicked before I went to bed. I was like, Kevin! Because we had gone to this spirit fair, and I sat down with a lady, and she had told me after she had asked me a couple questions and whatever, and she had told me that my aura was indigo. And I just, that didn't really mean anything to me. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But, now thinking back on it, I'm like, holy shit. You guys must love this. Sorry. Holy shit, like, that's a thing. So, and you can look up, I think it was like indigotest.org. There's a whole bunch of websites and YouTube videos that you can look up on. But basically, some of the traits of Indigo children are they're extremely stubborn. They rebel against authority. They do not, they don't conform to the norm of society. They may feel like they're different from other people. They're extremely spiritual, not necessarily religious, but they have that spiritual connection. Most of the time they are empathic or extremely sensitive to others. They're extremely sensitive to emotions. They may or may not, but they may have had spiritual encounters, being able to see ghosts or feel ghosts or be very sensitive to energy. They a lot of times have anger or temper issues. There was actually one of them was actually one of the questions that the guy asked was actually extremely specific. He said they either don't vote or they don't care to vote in elections because they feel as though their voice isn't heard anyway. And I was like, oh my God! Like, that is 100% me. And I actually have said quite a few times, because in the past election, you can say what you want about me, but I didn't vote for the exact reason as, first of all, I didn't give two shits about either of the candidates. So I didn't care who made it in because I thought that they were both extremely shitty. But the big reason is I was like, my voice is not heard anyway. Like, I have an extreme issue with the government, with politics, with all of that. Like, I keep as far away from that bullshit as I possibly can. So yeah, extremely, extremely interesting. So now I'm like hooked on this. So I'm actually going back to the store because I want to look at the Indigo books that they have to see if any of them, because I didn't actually look at the covers. I mean, I looked at them and I kept being drawn to them, but I don't really remember what they said because I didn't know what they were and I didn't know what an Indigo child was. And so I did get a book last night on my Kindle, and I was kind of reading through it, and they started talking about the fact that Indigo Children are not always here. They are coming around in this era because right now we're on the cusp between the Piscean age and the Aquarian age. And so it's kind of a thing where they're coming here to help the transition between the two ages. They come down with a plan, and a lot of times people that are Indigo Children have like this extreme urge to do something. Like, they know that there's something they're here to do, and it drives them crazy because until they figure out what it is, and that's 100% me all the time. And so, you know, they're born, at least according to something that I read, you know, sometime between the 1970s and the 2000, in 2000. And that's kind of like the age of the Indigo Children, is those 30 years when they were born. And the cusp between the Piscean age and the Aquarian age lasts a couple hundred years. And so, you know, those people are born, like I said, to help transition, which is why they rebel against authority. They rebel against the rules. They're you know, they go against the norm. They go against the grain because we're in a big time of change right now. So yeah, I'm like super excited, and I'm really, really pumped to learn more and to kind of figure out what all of this is and what it all means. For the most part, what I understand is that being an Indigo child it's mostly kind of like explaining what your soul is and explaining your attributes and making you understand that, don't worry, I'm not driving, making you understand that all of these things are, and all of your personality traits are there for a reason. And so, you know, don't run and hide from them like a lot of people do. Embrace them because you have them for a reason. So yeah, I'm super excited and I'm super interested to learn more. So if you guys have any ideas or any books or any recommendations, hi, then let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.